it's a different perspective. It's a different domain altogether. And securing these systems is giving me a different perspective to how overall security landscape is
Right.
evolving along these lines.
You are currently leading from Dubai, which is now a rapidly growing tech hub.
As a country, they have been very bullish on technology.
Right.
After oil, they are targeting technology.
Correct.
Finance, but yes, technology, they are very bullish. In fact, Dubai has AI in its name. What else can you expect from them, right?
Yes.
It's an AI city,
Rightly said so.
right? So the government is very bullish on the tech part, on the future technology like AI or data science, data engineering, cybersecurity, of course. They have a proper blueprint about the city, how they want it to look like when it comes to technology 50 years from now, right? And the ease of doing business, you can open a company very easily in Dubai and start doing whatever you like to. That explains, that actually speaks for itself, how sensitive these people are when it comes to technology, and making sure that right set of people go there and open a business and start doing and start contributing to the economy.
Hello and welcome to the mainstream. I am Simran Shivalkar, your host for today. We are back with yet another episode from our exclusive series called The Voice of CISO. And today I'm joined by Mr. Shivendra Saxena. Firstly, Shivendra, thank you so much for joining us today.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me here.
Absolutely. Well, Shivendra needs no introduction. I will still take a moment to share a couple of things about him and also introduce him. He is currently the Chief Information Security Officer and Head of IT at Emeritus. With over 16 years of global experience in cybersecurity and IT leadership, he has helped shape the digital backbone of some of the world's largest leading tech companies, including Shopify, Alibaba, and Snapdeal. He also brings a rare blend of deep technical knowledge and strategic vision, focused not just on securing systems but also on aligning security with business growth. At Emeritus, he is currently championing a culture of resilience, innovation, and continuous learning in today's fast evolving digital landscape. Whether it's harnessing the power of AI in cybersecurity or navigating the rapid rise of Dubai's tech ecosystem, Shivendra is at the forefront, asking the right questions, solving real world problems, and helping teams stay secure, scalable, and future ready at the same time. Well, I'm more than excited to understand his journey and his vision for the future of emerging technologies. So, without any further ado, let's begin. Shivendra, firstly, welcome to this episode and thank you once again for joining us. Like I said, you have had a journey of more than a decade now, a career which has spanned with global tech giants like Shopify, Alibaba, and now Emeritus. Can you tell us a bit about this journey?
Thanks once again for giving me this opportunity to talk about my journey. It all started in 2009 when I joined Infosys, just like how every other trainee joins the Infosys campus. I was trained on Microsoft .NET technologies. So I was supposed to be a developer, but as the fate would have it, I was deputed on a project which involved cybersecurity, which involved actually code reviews. So I started doing secure code reviews. That's exactly how my journey into cybersecurity started. Cut to 2011, there was another project. I was supposed to start doing penetration testing, something new for me because I had written and reviewed code so far. Did that, learned it, and started doing some bug bounties as well outside. Bug bounties were very big during those days. A lot of companies had just started, exploring this particular area. It wasn't very, very sophisticated per se as it is right now. But yeah, I mean, it was good enough for someone to go around and experience what other pen testers, what other security researchers were doing. From there, I moved on to a bank, semi-bank, I would say. It was a financial organization. I learned about how GRC works, governance, risk, and compliance, because so far my journey was towards the technical side of things without realizing the bigger picture, which is around the compliance and the regulatory requirements. I understood those nuances. Ever since I left that bank, that financial organization, I have been working with startups. Snapdeal is one of the example in India. Then I moved to Singapore, worked for a startup called Lazada, which was later acquired by Alibaba, and then we became Alibaba employees. Gave me a lot of that particular moment. It gave me a lot of opportunities to experience security at scale. Alibaba is so big. The scale of e-commerce in China. It's super, super big, right? So not just with the e-commerce, but also with the payment systems, the QR-based payments, for example, the delivery, the third-party logistics, the entire e-commerce ecosystem. It was an amazing experience. Moved to Shopify, like you had mentioned, again, an e-commerce giant, and gave me another perspective of e-commerce in the Western world, how those Black Fridays and Cyber Monday sales were being carried out while keeping systems in check and secure, right? After that, this is my current stint. I'm working for an education company right now. First for me, that tech, they have a different or a unique set of challenges when it comes to data security and data privacy. A lot of data is at stake, right? So they may not be very concerned about their availability during some days, like e-commerce websites are during their sales. They are concerned about their availabilities throughout the year because the sessions are going on. You have faculty, you have students. So it's a different perspective. It's a different domain altogether. And securing these systems is giving me a different perspective to how overall security landscape is
Right.
evolving along these lines.
Great, great. And I want to also understand from you, having spent so many years in this industry and having that kind of, expertise now in cybersecurity domain. As a CISO today, what has been or what is currently your broader vision for how cybersecurity should evolve, not just as a defense mechanism, but also kind of a business enabler?
It's a very, very interesting question, and something which is happening right now in my current organization, and I'm sure this is the case with other organizations. As companies are looking to streamline their operations, becoming more nimble and agile, security cannot stand at being a cost center. You got to make sure that security is somehow enabling the business, right? And how is this happening? To answer you is by differentiating your offerings vis-a-vis your competitors when it comes to data security and privacy, because regulations and regulatory requirements are becoming really, really stringent. A very good example can be the Indian data privacy laws that are going to come in due course of time. Now, if a company is prepared, taking the risk or taking the challenge per se, not the risk, but the challenge head on, they'll have to start now. They should not wait until this particular law gets into operations, right? So your discussions with your CFOs or COOs should be around those lines. Like, if we invest this much into security or compliance or any sort of regulatory requirement, it may be a data encryption at rest, it may be around data localization, it can be anything which is related to ensuring that you are in line with whatever requirements are going to be in future or current, in fact, then you will continue to have business when these laws become a thing, or maybe in some geographies they already are. So you will be able to expand there. While your competitors, if they are not paying attention to all these nuances, they will lag behind, right? So it has become a business enabler in that way. That is number one. Number two is around the perceived loss of revenue or reputation when there is a breach, right? If there is a breach, we all know what has happened recently in the airline industry, right? So without naming any particular company, the loss of trust is a very, it's detrimental to business. We cannot afford to have that when it comes to securing your data or systems, right? So it has become, the discussion should be around, how are you enabling business? This may be a qualitative metric. There are no numbers to justify your investments in security in this particular area. It's all qualitative. It's all reputational. It's something that you cannot basically gauge unless some breach has to happen, right? So your discussion should be around this. When you are wearing a security professional's hat, when you are wearing an IT professional's hat or a CIO's hat or a head of IT, then your discussion can be around EBITDA. How are you consolidating systems? How are you making sure that you are ensuring reduction in licenses or other costs, or while at the same time keeping those systems secure? It can be around, you are trying to consolidate your costs to a particular entity which is profitable right now, or where the offers are better as compared to other geographies, right? And that's exactly how you can consolidate. You can combine everything. You can become more agile and nimble, and which can add to your bottom line. So discussions will be around these areas going forward. I can totally foresee that.
Great, great. Thank you once again for, answering that, Shivendra. Next, moving on to, your approach when we talk about cybersecurity today. I am also aware you've also built security, right from scratch and led transformation across continents. What has been one lesson that has stayed with you or a philosophy that's guided you through these diverse environments that has always kind of been with you and you still kind of practice?
I think, and I keep telling this to all the new recruits as well. As you go higher up in the hierarchy, do not stop getting your hands dirty. You should get down in the field and experience the latest technologies. Now, for example, AI is one of the up and coming technology. A lot of companies have already embraced it, right? My suggestion to everyone, and this is what I have learned also across multiple geographies, it remains the same. More so in the Asian perspective, as you go to the West, there is some sort of distinction between managerial and individual contributors positions. They have different paths defined for principal engineers versus managers. But here in this part of the world, someone who is able to wear multiple hats at the same time is going to survive in the next decade or so. So do not stop being hands on, keep your keep yourself abreast with latest technologies. For example, I do pen tests sometimes. Whenever I review bug bounty reports that are submitted, I do train people. Over the weekends, sometimes I take batches for cybersecurity, right? Where there are practical involved, of course. So do not stop yourself from being updated with the latest technologies. Always go down the trench and get your hands dirty. Make sure that you know what is happening down there instead of being a manager. That's something which I've learned working across geographies so far.
Fantastic. Also, with the evolving threat landscape becoming sophisticated and with the complications, arising, do you think the role of CISOs would change in the next 5 years? Or how do you see the role of CISO would kind of, have a shift when we talk about cybersecurity today and in the next 5 years?
AI is going to be a very, it's going to be the elephant in the room. It is going to be your friend and your enemy at the same time.
Correct.
And CISOs will need to evolve in a way that they are leveraging this technology and making sure that it stays on their side. I'll give you an example. There are companies right now, as we speak, which can do pen test for you. They are AI powered pen testers. They are all AI bots and they can find issues, and they're not like your typical dynamic application security testing tools. They are not like your pen testing tools. They are proper bots. They can talk to you, and they can find issues like IDORs or business logic bypasses. They can still perform pen testing. They can do design reviews. You just need to upload the manifest or the design, and they will be able to do some or flip some bits like a human would, right? That's one part of the story. The other part of the story is someone can then leverage those bots against your website and continue to hit you 24 by 7, 365 days a year, right? Which was not possible in case of human-based threats. Somebody, even with 100% of the determination, would not be able to attack a particular website, this frequently. So you need to make sure that you have right set of tools, training, practices, and policies in place through which you are leveraging these tools and making sure that they are on your side. Another example can be in the security operations where you can leverage AI to monitor or to find within the logs as to what is going on. You don't have to hire 10, 15 security operations engineer and make them sit right in front of their monitors. AI can do it for you. So making sure that you are leveraging it properly will make or break the situation. This situation is going to get worse as we move forward because AI is going to get sophisticated from here. It is going to target you. Even when you were nobody previously, AI-based bots will make sure that they discover you and start attacking you. So making sure that you have right set of tools in place. I mean, of course, I forgot to mention one thing: the insider's threat. A lot of times, companies are allowing users to use AI for day-to-day jobs. And what people are doing right now, they are just copying an email and asking AI chatbot to prepare an answer for that. And they don't even realize that that email has sensitive information in
Correct.
it. That information is being uploaded, right? So you need to have proper policies and tools in place to keep these things in check as well. So it's AI everywhere. Attackers, defenders, insider threats, gonna be AI versus CISOs or AI with CISO.
Absolutely. It's the age of AI, and I think, like you rightly said, so it can be both a threat and an ally, depending on the nitty-gritties that you are overlooking at the way it is being adopted and implemented. So, thank you so much for sharing that perspective. Lastly, I would like to know from you. You are currently leading from Dubai, which is now a rapidly growing tech hub. From your experience, what excites you the most about Dubai as a region? How it has evolved, like from a planned city to now a city with a solid digital future. How do you see security fitting in all that is happening?
UAE as a country, they have been very bullish on technology.
Right.
After oil, they are targeting technology.
Correct.
Finance, but yes, technology, they are very bullish. In fact, Dubai has AI in its name. What else can you expect from them, right?
Yes.
It's an AI city,
Rightly said so.
right? So the government is very bullish on the tech part, on the future technology like AI or data science, data engineering, cybersecurity, of course. They have a proper blueprint about the city, how they want it to look like when it comes to technology 50 years from now, right? And the ease of doing business, you can open a company very easily in Dubai and start doing whatever you like to. That explains, that actually speaks for itself, how sensitive these people are when it comes to technology, and making sure that right set of people go there and open a business and start doing and start contributing to the economy, right? So I think I really feel good. I've lived in Singapore as well. This is a similar story over there as well. Singapore government is very bullish on the financial sector. They have just started looking into technology as well of late by virtue of investments. But UAE as a whole, this country, they are somewhere else when it comes to investing in tech and making sure that the right set of talent stays there.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think even the Dubai government has started a lot of initiatives wherein they are adopting AI as a tool to, kind of something as simple as the traffic, the road traffic, or every other aspect. So, yeah, fantastic. It is an evolving landscape, and we all definitely have seen that in all the stats that we have been coming across. Any key recommendations, lastly, Shivendra, from your point of view, or any best practices for organizations to kind of build that kind of resilient future?
And this has stayed true since last 2 decades, ever since I started working. Do not think of security, cybersecurity per se, as a stopgap arrangement or as an afterthought. Always start early. Make sure that I'm seeing, a lot of startup, even with their Series A or Series B, they start investing in cybersecurity because now investors are asking questions about security, right? So always make sure that you are taking it from the very beginning. You are thinking about it from the very beginning. If you cannot hire, outsource, but make sure that it is one of your business enabler. It is not a cost center. It will not be a cost center going forward. I can totally say with conviction, because we are entering an age where is going to be someone who is keeping your data secure or is going out of business. Previously, when there was no social media, people would not amplify the news like they do right now. But even if a small company gets breached today, there is news available, and people will think twice before sharing their data with them. So make sure that you have security based mindset from the very beginning. If you cannot hire, like I said, outsource to a good company, but invest in the right set of tools and people and processes when it comes to cybersecurity.
Superb, superb. Shivendra, thank you so much for sharing your insights and your visions and also sharing your journey with us today. I'm sure our viewers and our audience has a lot to take away from this session. Well, while we conclude, I certainly look forward to connect with you again for more such engaging dialogues.
Absolutely looking forward to it, Simran.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.